Let us continue playing Forge the Adventure mode, where Old Man Shadowhawk has 5 wins, no losses, having defeated both Apprentice Wizards, a Rusted Golem, a Mimic, and a Clay Golem so far. We are currently on a quest to gain the heart of a champion and go to an upcoming arena event. So, let's do that then. If we have a quick look at the map, we'll find that our quest takes us to this area of the blue side of Chandler, so we've got a long way to go. We'll probably have a quick skim through all of these. It'll probably take us a little while to get there, but hopefully by the time we do, we will have the heart of a champion. We do have a secondary quest though, which is our first job, which unfortunately is do this quest, so huzzah. We'll follow the road and see what this building is first. That's Emrakul. I don't know what Emrakul's doing on Chandler, but we can't face them now anyway. Okay. What we'll do though is if we go through each of these towns, I want to find out if there's a decent draft thing here. Dustmon House of Horror. No, we're not doing the... That's the Cluedo set from memory. I've got 500 coins. I should probably look to see if there's anything decent worth picking up, but it's difficult because I don't know. I should be picking up some staples here. Maybe some lands that are decent for multicolor decks and give me more options down the line. Vivid Creek could be okay. Overgrown Tomb is a shock land, which is one of the better types we can go for. And it is in 2 of our colors, so alright, I'm going to spend 300 coins on that. It's not useful for now, it might be useful for later. What do we do with the gems here? We sell gems for things, but I don't know if we need these for other purposes. Well, keep that there. 280. With a deck very much focusing on devils and things, I don't know. Devils are not that common in the game. There's only a couple of recent sets I think that have them. Ooh, actually. Sir Conrad's not a bad card for the sort of a strategy we're currently building on. We have a lot of cards that sort of synergize with things dying, so I'm going to pick up a copy of Sir Conrad. I did do a quick deck edit. Essentially all I did was added the Blackcleave Cliffs I found in the first town we went to. I've added the Ashnod's Interventions, which allows us to recycle some cards, and just thin things out a little bit. Put in some of our big hitters that we weren't using, and an extra kill spell, because why not? Alright. So we need to get some money, which means we need to find some caves. Also, the hitboxes on these places seems interesting. We could face down this fox, but I'd rather see what's in here. Another Cold Snap Hold. And what draft did we do? Jumpstart available. March of the Machine Jumpstart sets. These are the smaller type ones, aren't they? It's a bronze coin, though. Yeah. Okay. We'll enter this event. Select a deck. Buff 2, Expendable 1, Expendable 2. What's in these? I assume a bunch of sacrifice stuff. I'm at least familiar with this set. This is sort of a last set I played a good deal of. March of the Machines. I wasn't aware of the... don't think I did into the Jumpstart versions of it. I've also gone back into the same thing. Expendable 2. So again, lots of black sacrifice, which is pretty decent. Overachiever. Random invasions, which is a fun mechanic we'll possibly get into with this. Okay, I'm going to select Expendable 1. And because it wants me to pick a second, I'm going to go for Expendable 2. Do I have to pick 3? I might have to pick 3. Okay. So I'll go for 2 black sets because, again, that's featuring what we're doing here at the moment. Green. I wouldn't mind going into green. There are certainly a couple of reasonable cards here that would be okay for us to sort of splash. And this cares about counters as well. Counter synergies are very important in the Mom set. So if it wants me to pick 3, I will also pick the buff one. I should probably check the others as well. Overachiever, as you've already seen, is just the blue set. Reinforcement is a bunch of red things. Orpheon has some insane combo potential with it, but we're nowhere near that. Is that the same Orpheon? At least do the same. We could double Orpheon. But I think we're going to take the buff one. Alright, let's start the event. Let's see what happens. We're facing a Scarab first. We have won the toss and we will play. Okay, we don't have a lot going on, but we do at least have a -2 kill spell. We have a... We have things we can do with this hand. We're going to keep it. Swamp and go. Okay, Forest. We're going to then play our 2/2. So sacrifice an artifact or creature. Each opponent loses 1, we gain 1. Also, we start at 15 for this. Grafted Butcher. Phyrexians gain Menace until the end of turn. But other than that, it is just a 2/2 with an extra effect. We do want to kill that. And in fact, I'm quite happy to kill that now. Hold on, I don't want to sacrifice it. How do I do that? Choose optional cost, cancel. Select target creature, pay cost. Okay. There we go, and attack. Yeah, okay, Kami of Whisper Toast. So I think we're playing the same green deck we're up against here. Generally speaking, do not allow that to stay on the board, is my general experience of this, because there's a lot of random counter synergies in this, and I'd much rather have the upper hand here. Okay, when it attacks, you can pay 4, return a creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. It's for in condition of other types. Also, Death Touch. Oh, that's a huge deal right now. Okay. So, we can go back up here. Give that Death Touch, and then this is Death Touch as well. Yeah, this works. I could run out Gorek and Sorek and Goreclaw, but I think this is the stronger play, generally speaking. Here, move to attacks. Will you swap? They do. Ultimately, didn't matter. We're just trading up the creatures. We're still ahead on the creature count. As long as we can keep that aggression up, we should be fine. 2/3 Menace allows them to filter. Surveil is kind of look at the top card of a deck, and you can put that into your graveyard, which we've got here. However, we are now going to play. We're going to play Sorek and Goreclaw, and we're going to start punching things. We attack. And because of the effect, since we don't common damage to a player, we return target creature card. We only have 1, which is our Drake Recycler. And it enters the +1 song counter because of Sorek. So we very much have control of this game. Unseal the Necropolis. Each player mills free, return 2 creature cards. Okay, so they've got a bunch of their creatures back, but they haven't played them. Well, that should be game. We're already doing 7, so... So we are done. No need to update things. We're just playing the same deck back. Okay, so this time we have a Cabby, and we have the Huntmaster as well. It's a little more awkward, but we are going second, so and we're game up, so we'll keep this. It's a little riskier of a hand. Okay, so we can find another swamp. We don't have a forest, which might become a problem soon. No longer a problem. Okay, so we can cycle this round for that, and this would help with the Archpriest if we got that far. Thins the deck out, gets us to swamps, we can definitely get up to the other things. I'm happy to swamp cycle. So basically I'll discard it, find a swamp, add it to my hand. I want that swamp. And we'll end the turn there. We could have done that at the end of their turn, to be fair, but we don't need to play optimally, arguably. Beginning of the end step, if an artifact or creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, it gets bigger. Do not allow it to get bigger. Okay. We are going to play... We're going to play this. So we have our own 2-3. And they've just killed it. Okay, so this is the same sort of tempo plays that they managed last time. And because the creature was sent there, it's also improved their ability a little bit. Okay. What to do here? So we can try and run out the Kami, and if it survives, we might, with the backup, we'll be able to really get it pumped up. We need a creature to stick on the battlefield if we can. So we're going to try this. It didn't stick. And now we might be losing this one. Okay. So play the Archpriest of Shadows, move it up to a 5/5, see what happens. It is Menace, so we can't block this. Oh, I really could do with some creatures that do things. Okay, this will work for us a little bit. We're gonna play the Converter Beast, which incubates 5. Basically produces an artifact that we are going to convert, which I think we can do. We can do that at instant speed, can't we? We can do that at instant speed. Okay, let's get to attacks and see what happens here. They obviously block. They get their Seer as well, so they are ahead of the game a little bit, but we have the ability to put a 5/5 in front of this and double block if we want to. For 2+1/+1 counters the target creature. If they do it now, we're in trouble. Oh, they didn't give me a timing for it? Okay, fine. I need to remember to just do things end of turn, because now this is... We can attack with this, but it's not great. Okay. Let's bring out the Terror. No sense in attacking us yet. I'm going to hold off again. Alright, they didn't. We're going to now activate this so I remember to do it. We now have a 5/5 creature. I mean, the game was intelligent enough to be aware that was a threat, so that's good for us. Okay, we now have Pile On, which we can convoke, so we can make it cheaper by tapping creatures. So we can go something like Etched Familiar, and then... Yeah, so we can Etched Familiar, and then use it to pile on the Ichashade, which we do need dealt with. Yeah, choose creature tap for convoke, that's fine. Remaining mana cost is these 3. So that card's to be put into the graveyard. Sure. Oh, we're scrying 2. We're scrying 2. Good. Okay. Gift of Completion is a bit slow. We don't need that. Final Flourish, though, is a kill spell, so we're going to keep that alive. That's on top of our deck. So now, get our attacks, and we double strike with these and get a resurrection of one of our things. Oh no, we have to pay 4 for that. Ah! Well, we can't do that now. Well, I've wasted that. Okay. It's fine. We got 8 life. We're not completely out of this. Play a swamp and pass. Double attack. We're going to take it down to 5. They play their own Converter Beast and transform it. So we have a pair of 5/5s to worry about. So... Good news is we can -6/-6. We can just kill this Phyrexian token off at the cost of the Converter Beast, which I think is reasonable. How did I do this last time? Select target creature. I got this randomly kicked last time. How do I play this with kicker? Select target creature. Yes. I'm going to be annoyed if this doesn't do what I want. Select target or attack. Yeah, there we go. Resolve. Put Deadly Tradition on top of the library. We want that on top. It's another bit of tempo. And now we can attack. And they don't have a lot to defend themselves at the moment. We are behind on the point race, but if they don't block this, we are going to be in a position where we can win next. Oh, actually, no. I've got to be careful because they can pump this up as well. We'll just swing for 5. Put them on. We'll put it as a 5 versus 5. We have a kill spell as well. Okay, they didn't attack. So, let's... Deadly Derision, targeting this. We have a lot in the graveyard. Okay, so they have to block this regardless of what they do. And they have to block one of these 2 creatures if I attack with both as well. So let's force the issue. This shouldn't matter, and also, yeah, we get another bit of draining effect here. So they're down to 1. We want the swamp in the graveyard. -4/-4, so they kill the thing. +1/+0 until end of turn. To another target creature, planeswalker, or battle. Okay, that's a kill spell by another measure, so we're going to take that, because if that works... then this just is it. Okay. We only want to target 1. And then we attack, and that is game. Okay, Old Man Shadowhawk gets a win. We move to round 2. Okay, so we have a few kills. We have a creature that's okay, a kill spell. We have both mana types. We're probably fine with this. They are playing blue spells. I did not mean to cast that. I meant to play swamp. Okay, we'll play this and play our Wary Thespian. When it enters or dies, Surveil 1, so we will look at the top, and we want to keep that on top. Don't have anything that's going to give us +1/+1 counters yet, but there's enough synergies in the deck that we definitely want that. And they play themselves a 4/3 defender. Okay, so that can attack once they have a big enough creature. It's a little awkward. But we can, in theory, kill it with Pylon if we wanted to. But I think I'd rather have the Kami of Whispered Hopes in play. And I'm going to see if they want to trade it. They do. Okay, that's fine to me. We get to Surveil again. We get a 0/1 that with a sacrifice to draw a card. We're going to graveyard that. It does put counters on things, but... well, they killed that. Fine. Alright, we play the Fox. And they have the combo machine that I kind of potentially fear at this point. But, honestly, I think we just cast this and go. Yeah, okay. It was asking for Convoke first. I don't want to Convoke this. I just want to cast it. Alright, can I see the cards in the hand at the moment? No. This would be something which I would like to know before I commit to this. Alright, let's put the Tree Folk in our hand. Yeah, I didn't think I had another land, so okay, we wanted that land and we then wanted the Tree Folk. Fine, we'll work it out. Okay, let's declare attacks. Preening Champion. When it enters the battlefield, create a blue token. So they have a random elemental. We draw this thing. We could go tempo plays and just go above it, but I think for the moment, I wouldn't mind the swap because we get the benefit out of it. We're just going to cast this thing. And see if they want to trade. They don't. This thing flies, so they might figure it's worth going over the top. It's fine. 6 damage to Seer of Stolen Sight. In that case, we're going to cast this spell. As additional cost, we're going to sacrifice a creature. We're going to sacrifice the targeted creature because it was going to die anyway. We get to Surveil first, which is good. We're going to keep that on top because we want to draw 2 cards. Draw 2. And then you do 6 damage to nothing. And we take 3. Okay. So, the question is, do I cast the 5/5 that makes a 5/5 when it dies, or do I cast 6/5 with Reach and Trample? We cast the 6/5 because we care about big creatures here. Also, Reach means it can block flyers, and Trample means it's difficult for them to deal with as they don't have a lot of toughness available to block it. Also, they're only on 6 life. This is a 4/3 double striker though, so it does trade with them. Doesn't matter. We have a thing for that. We're then going to go and cast this. And back up the Timberland Ancient, giving it an extra counter. It also gives it the 1 sacrifice ability, but that's not relevant for what we're doing. Attack with both. We're going to do 2 and 5. Drops you to 1. And is that game 1? That sounds like game 1. Okay, 2 down. Random untapper. I mean, the hand doesn't do anything, but again, we can take the more risky line here. We have a big payoff creature coming down. We have a removal spell. We'll take the gamble on the draw. Just hope they don't have a rapid start. That is a 2-1 to start with. And we get ourselves a Dreg Recycler. That's a pretty decent draw right now. It gives us something that's just going to interfere and block. And slow down their play. It also ate a spell, so there's that. Okay, Swamp. We'll see what we do with this in a moment. It attacks. I think we can take 2 for the moment. Okay. So now that we know that's what's happening here, going to target this and kill it. They get their 3/3. It's a little unfortunate we lost the damage, but there was a chance to get something that we could actually kill with that spell that would be more useful to us. And now we're going to kill this. Because I fear the combo potential, and it allows us to cast Surak next turn. Invasion of Karsus. So, these are the sieges. Basically, this sits on our side of the battlefield and is an option for my opponent to attack. If they are able to remove all of the battle's defense, the 4 points it's got, then it will flip onto the other side and become Refraction Elemental. Whenever you cast a spell, it does 2 damage to each opponent. So it's very powerful. I can't let him do the damage to this, but I also might not be able to stop it. We're going to now cast Surek and Gilclaw. So we have our 6/5. Let's see what happens. Make 2 elementals. Okay. Next, we're going to cast Kami of Whispered Hopes. It enters with a +1 song counter. It gets an additional +1 song counter because of this effect. It also has haste, which is not something I meant to do here, to be fair. I guess we're just going to play this out then, aren't we? Okay, that's fine. I hadn't necessarily intended to do that as a play, but hey. This also now has haste. Does that have haste and trample as well? Does it give... Yeah, other creatures have trample. Okay, no, that was fine. We attack with both. That effect's not going to work. They're going to take a ton of damage and not have the creature power to, in theory, deal with that. They're going to put that on the top of the bottom. We're going to put that on top because I don't mind replaying it. I want to put that on top. Oh well. Doesn't especially matter. We pretty much have this game at this point. Surak gives the bonus here. We declare attacks. Attack with everything. And I didn't tap that correctly. Doesn't matter. Okay, 2-0. Play round 3. Can we defeat a giant Carnosaur? Okay. So we're getting a lot of gifts with this. So we're basically going to be playing a Phyrexian token hand, but we go 2-3-4, so I'm okay with this. Swamp. And they've done nothing on their first 2 turns, but being green-white, they're probably going to have some random token shenanigans. Gift of Completion. When it enters, incubate free. When a Phyrexian I control dies, I surveil 1. So I get to peek at the top of my deck and move on from that. But this is just a nice little free artifact. For later. I should have played a forest there. Oh well. I guess we're attacking them. Yeah. Meant to play a forest and do things. We didn't do that. We did this instead. Converter Beast, so they have their own bigger token coming next turn. Which will be fine. This time we do remember to play the spell correctly. And we think. So I can go Burgeoning and play this to increase the size of our Phyrexian token. No, actually. We want to attach this to this swamp. Play that, that, and that. And what this does is it now taps for 1 additional mana of any color. So I'm going to tap this now for black. And we're going to play out our... Okay. Actually, we could just flip this as well. But we're going to play this. And put the additional token here. Okay. Next, we attack. They now have a 5/5. They destroy our Phyrexian token. We get to surveil. We'll keep that on top. And we are hit for 5. Swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can play Surak. Or I can kill the token off. If I kill the token off using you as part of the effect, I can then cast the thing as well. Or I can go, yeah. Pile on, destroy target creature or planeswalker. We're going to tap that for that. And go 1, 2, 3. So we kill the 5/5. We want to put both of those into the graveyard at the moment because we're up on mana. So we can flip the incubator token, attack for 2, or I can play this, and I think we're going to play the fox. Because this is also a Phyrexian for other things. Alabaster Host Intercessor. Exiles a creature until that leaves the battlefield. Unfortunate. Okay. So now we're going to play Surak. Hold on. What do I got in my pool? What's that? I should be able to do this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It was... Alright, welcome Surak. Let's end the turn and see what happens. Another Converter Beast. Another 5/5 to deal with. Well, the good news is we're getting all our big hitters right now, and these are going to be really big hitters. So, if I do this... We have a few effects to go for this. I'm happy for the order. So Archpriest of Shadow is going to put a counter on Surek. Surek puts a counter on the Archfeast. We're then going to flip this Incubate token. It was already in place, so it doesn't get the additional tokens, but it's still here if we want to attack with it. If we attack with the 7/6, what happens? It basically has to be blocked by both of these to kill it. And the 5/5 could in theory be traded. Okay, let's... If we don't block any of this, if they don't, what happens? Okay, no, we should be fine. Yeah, we double strike this. They're on low enough life that they can't afford to necessarily go against this one. So we kill this because we need to do that. And yep, that's fine. And we, of course, take out the thing there. Oh god, that's still what... Yeah, because I get all the abilities of that. Jeez, okay. No, that's fine. Does combat damage to a creature or battle. Return target creature card from the graveyard. Okay. Auto. Yep, okay. So this goes again. We're going to put another counter on this. That puts two counters on both of those. That was a nutty turn, but I kind of get what it means. Because when I most registered with this, they gain all the following abilities, not just the Death Touch. They gain this as well, and we did enough trample damage to force that through. Surek's a good card. So's this, actually, come to that. Well, you have nothing, and therefore you die. Well, that couldn't have gone much better. All right, we're gonna go and hopefully have another. Let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx it. We only won one game, but we have yet to lose a game at all. We're keeping this. Again, it's swamp heavy. If we just need one forest, but it's still fine. So they go on forest cycling. We get ourselves a play that we can make. And they have a T2 as well. You need each end step, but plus one swing out, put on a permanent under. Okay, so that will get bigger if we leave it alone. Now we get you. Let's play out the Kami. And attack. Not gonna block. And they play their own Kami. Okay, well we have to kill this, because this is really dangerous to leave alive. This is our treasure, which means we can play the untap thing and potentially surprise attack this one. So we're going to go and double attack. Doomscar Warrior, back up. When this creature deals combat damage to player or battle, look at the cast and the thing. Okay, so that's a ramp. He's put it on himself, though. Is it worth it to kill it? That's the thing at the moment. I think maybe. Okay, so we got that through. We'll play out the Death Toucher. Would really love to have some evasion or some way to get around this thing. Well, that's more tokens. Let's play you out because we might be able to see what we're getting. Another swamp. I'm going to put that to the graveyard because we need to draw something else, and then we'll play out the fox as well. Okay. Okay, let's go and attack with the Terror, see what happens. Obviously can't play that effect. Drops in the 4. They convert the Incubator token. This was not unexpected. Okay, now we got some fun plays. We don't have any creatures in our graveyard, which is unfortunately impacting that a little bit. But we can now start having a bit of a increased board presence here, because now we can go play this, put a counter on Guess we'll put it on our biggest creature for the moment. So 2 counters go on instead, which means we'll get 2 counters on this as well. And let's see if what happens when we try to attack for lethal. Probably this gets blocked. But not by a lot. Well, oh, by a Death Toucher. I missed that at Death Touch. It's probably still fine. We then get this, which also goes up to 4/4. So we still have presence to block things. Okay, we'll play this. We're going to activate this, sacrifice itself to draw a card. We're going to put the swamp in the graveyard because that's not useful to us, and draw another swamp, which we will play. Right. We need something with evasion, or I need to start sacrificing creatures with this. Which I guess we can do. No attacks. Okay, when it dies, incubate 3. We're going to sacrifice our Etched Familiar. So it dies, deals 2, gains 2. We can Surveil again. Much as I would like the things, that's fine. And we lose, we gain another 1. So we sacrifice 3 more creatures, we win. But we do have to survive that long. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's absolutely failed conversion. When creature dies, Surveil 2, so we get the Bludgeoning, which isn't great, and a Swamp, which isn't great. Alright, starting to dig through the deck a little bit now, if we can. End turn. We can attack with this, but they've got enough blockers to deal with it, so... but it's 2+1 some counters on that. Okay, 6/5. So I kill that, Surveil, drain them to 2, hope I've got something that pushes me over the edge. No, I'm going to hold. Oh, that's not bad. We will put the counters on the Menace creature. So it's a 4/5 that they have to block. Have this sacrifice itself straight away. Surak on top, please. Draw a card. So we're 1 short. Yeah, because this taps for the amount of mana equals to its power, but it doesn't have any additional power on it. If we'd have put the counters on it instead, we'd have been able to cast that, but oh well. Okay, let's just pass the turn. That goes up to 6/6. They play their own... Oh, this is going to be terrifying. Absolutely need to kill this now. Whenever another creature enters, it gets haste and whatever else. Okay. Let's sacrifice this. So Surveil first of all. That's fine. That's on top. That actually wins us the game, I think. Yep, we want that on top. We lose 1. We cast the Etched Familiar. We sacrifice the Etched Familiar, and that should be it. We 3-0'd! We get 500 gold and an event reward pack. Match win streak, 10 in a row. Inventory, I assume. Yep, there we go. Let's open this up. Is this just all of our cards? You know, in a weird way, this has now become difficult because actually we've got a reasonably good Golgari deck here now. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go and put that into its own deck list, and we're going to see how this goes from there. So, we've had an enjoyable time of things. We're nowhere near heading towards our quest, but hey, if it's Chandelar type things, they'll tell me a wizard's attacking somewhere, I'll be miles away from it, I'll ignore it, and nothing will get done. But I'm having fun with this, so until next time.